Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to level 2, episode 2 of I Wani Hug That Gator, the Redux, because I have to record 17 hours of audio again. I know, don't thank me, I'm just doing my due diligence, making sure that this game is given the proper justice that it deserves. Where we left, I can speak very good. Where we left off yesterday, we were getting our ass, we got Fallout New Vegas. We got a ball launched at our head, we were knocked down, we were dead. No survivors, we were executed in fact. And then we had to go home on account of some minor brain damage, but we are back. Morning comes. So do I. The fucking Fancy Pants McGee's house over here. Look, you got the Dark Raptor. You got, I don't know what that one on the right is. You got the Dano. You got the fucking Avengers, but they're dinosaurs, okay? I'm not gonna justify myself to you. Fuck you. You got the gaming PC. You got the Play Dino 5. I've always had a decent internal clock, but it's a new record for me to get accustomed to a new sleeping schedule in just one day. Especially with this fully grown lump on my scalp. I move an arm from my sheets and feel my head. Yep, that's bruised real good. On your little cantaloupe head. Could be worse though. Alright, time to get up. I slump out of bed and yawn, stretching my arms and cracking my spine a bit. Okay, so the work I do, I have to put on a country accent to talk to the people who need country accent people, so this accent's gonna stay for a little bit. I cannot turn it off once I turn it on. It has to fade away naturally. It's like a disease. My new room is pretty nice. Quite spacious, even with the still sealed boxes. Brush my hand over one of them, and the one with my other clothes. I'll get around to opening them at some point. For now, it looks like we're gonna stick with the blue jacket, white shirt, and gray pants. No bulge. None. Zero. Boo. Right now, though, it's time for breakfast. Yeah, look at that. A lovely kitchen. I used to stock those bottles at Lowe's when I worked there. I don't quite know what that is over there. That weird thing with the blue and the yellow. You know, right next to the sink right there. Why am I still country? I can't get rid of it. It's like a curse. I shuffle downstairs into the heart of the house. The morning sun beams shining through the window draw my eyes to look out to the new neighborhood. The driveway's empty. Looks like my parents are already gone for the day. Nope, surprise there really, it's all they ever focus on. A shiver runs up my spine as my feet step onto the icy tiles of the kitchen. Eyes are drawn to some taped up boxes that are still scattered about on the counter. There's a familiar sticky note on the fridge, and I don't even have to read it to know what it says. At this point, Mom's just wasting paper. Least she could do is reuse the same note and make small addendums to it. I snag a plate from the nearest drawer and open up the freezer. No fresh produce to be seen, but there's still the mostly full box of breakfast burritos. Yeah, I've been trying to appreciate the ethnic cultures more. No. Plate loaded with a couple of the minuscule flour wrap meals, I set the microwave and wait for my burritos to hopefully not explode or burn inside. While I wait though, I check my phone. Scan over my news feed and check out some of the people I'm subscribed to, hoping there's something to watch during my meal. Unfortunately, nobody posts videos or streams this early in the morning. I do. Nah, I'm late at night. It's like, what time is it for me, actually? Yeah, it's about 10:40. I get off work at, like, 6. Get home around 7. I gotta do my exercise. I gotta get in better shape. I'm out of shape, man. But, I guess I'll just watch a suggested video then. Like, I don't know, maybe watching my Into the Pit videos? Maybe give that a suggested video watch. No, not right now though. You're watching this. You fucking stay. You stay. That's the threat. I prop my phone up and click on something random. At the ding of the microwave, I retrieve my breakfast, carrying it carefully so I don't burn my hands on the bottom of the plate. I give the first burrito a test bite, and... oh, the inside is so cool. I don't want to stick it back in though, the tortilla would just become a brick. I used to love those fucking burritos, but that would always fucking get to me. Could never get the perfect combination of like heat and microwave shit to get it just right. Tried wrapping it in tinfoil and yeah, you can guess. I shrug it off and continue chewing while I watch my phone. Top of the morning, folks! My name is Raptorcepticeye, and today we're gonna be playing Night in the Woods. By the time the video ends, I've finished the last of the half-thawed burritos. Pocketing my phone, I slip the plate into the sink and head out for the day. This time, I'm at least getting through the day. Today, survival. Tomorrow, survival. Yeah, I'll work on it. On the metro again, I take a little more time to check out my surroundings. The sun shines through the windows across from my normal seat. There's this one chick that was here yesterday, probably on her way to work. It's probably a set routine for her at this point. She always does a bit of makeup first, then checks her phone for the rest of the way. When the sun shines through the window, it highlights her hair and it highlights her hair in a real neat way. Like a movie poster almost. I'd take a picture, but it might be a little too awkward for me. Also, everything's disappeared. Why is it so dark? How's St. Ham treating you so far, Mr. Nito? A voice so deep I feel it reverberate in my bones calls from above. Oh, he's huge! I'm taken aback at his authoritative, big word stature. His head is nearly grazing the top of the passenger car. How did he even get in here? Oh, it's been great so far, Mr. Bears. He offers out his hand for a handshake. Trying to stop the country shit. It's coming out now and I can't help it. Though his palm alone smothers my entire hand. How do you know my... Yeah, how do you know my name? Well, you're clearly going to school. The nearest one is St. Hammond. And I'm already aware of a new human student. If you don't mind my profiling. He sounds country, I'm gonna stick with that. Whoa, you got all that just by looking at me? I'm partially joking, your full name is printed on your backpack. You know that's dangerous, right? Oops. Yeah, that's me alright. Dangerous. But please, I know it's only been a few days since the year started, but I'd like to hear your opinion so far. Yeah, is this a questionnaire or something? Not exactly, but it's of some importance to an assignment of mine. What does that mean? Oh, what am I being secretive for? I'm here to audit your school. See the teachers, know the students, make sure it's a proper place of learning. I wish it were something worth being secretive about. More often than not, it's just paperwork and office politics. Oh, yeah, alright then. My thoughts on the school so far. Yeah, I consider telling about a teacher fucking Fallout New Vegasing me with a dodgeball to make a point. Nah, I'm over it. Well, the classes that I have are great, and the teachers I have, they're a dynamic bunch. He thumbs inside of his coat pocket for his pen, but then decides he doesn't need it yet. I see. Any favorites? I mean, I don't like to have favorites, but all the staff seem pretty lively. I was at school yesterday, totally. Ferris lets out a heavy, rumbling chuckle. Yeah, that's certainly good to hear. And what of your fellow students? Made any friends yet? Well, it's been a bit of a struggle, but it's always been that way for me since my folks move around a lot. Yeah, I think I'm doing pretty good this time around. I met this guy Ben, and this guy Damien, and this red raptor girl. She threw a ball at me. What do you think that is? I think it's the jacket. The jacket? I give my lapel a quick tug for extra style points. The Coastline Cotton Nylon Bomber number 32. A part of the latest catalog by A&F. I see. Does he need to lean in so close to inspect it? I need to lean in pretty close to inspect the subscribe button, which you should hit. Beat up that like button. Touch the subscribe button. Take it to the island. If the carriage rocks in any way, he'd probably turn me into a piece of modern art against the window. And that's really what the youth are into these days. Hey, the results speak for themselves, Daddy-o. Hey, what can I say? I got the lapel. What the fuck is a lapel? Whatever he's thinking about, it has nothing to do with his work. I think I have a pretty good idea of what it could be. Mr. Ferris, do you got no swag? The fuck you just say to me? Actually, I guess that probably answers it. I do admit to being a bit gray. I'm aware I'm not exactly with it anymore. Well, even the older generation can dress to impress. You just have to see what people today like to wear. I'm certainly willing to listen to the youth of today, yes. It is somewhat important to my job to know how the student body thinks. And my niece often suggests dressing more relaxed. Whatever the hell that means. Does she ever see you in casual clothes? I'm wearing them now. I got my yellow casual tie, I got my white casual tee, and my black casual blazer. Well, how more casual could I get? I'm wearing loafers. For God's sakes, Inko. I can save him. Just like a dinosaur girl could totally save me. Please, please save me, please. Please, please. Please. My DMs are open. Please, I'm begging you. Please, please, I'm desperate for the attention. Why do you think I'm so loud? Do you think this is some kind of... Do you think I'm doing this because I'm some silly goose? No, the silliest of gooses. They're the most sad. Make that into one of those sad, edgy Instagram reels where an AI voiceover with, like, rain in the background. I'm gonna do rain in the background, actually. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna do... It's a funny and it's worth doing. Rain sounds. It's funny. We're doing it right now. It's an ad. Give me one moment. Give me one moment. It's funny, I swear. I got one of those 2 out of 2 ads, but neither of them are skippable. It's funny! Please! There we go, okay. The silliest of gooses. They're often the most sad boys. The darkness in my heart cannot be contained by the goofy-honest of the rest of me. Okay, there we go. That was the funny. Thank you for taking this time to be funny with me in... Oh yeah, by the way, I got a name change. No longer Moist Rack. I wanted to get away from the accusations that I sound a little bit too much like Moist Critical, like Raccoon Eggs, like whatever the fuck those other guys are. I don't sound like them. They sound like me. This is... Alright, this is my voice. I'm gonna be completely honest. Like I said, I've actually lost what my real voice is. I think it might be this, honestly. But I've done so many voices that I've kind of lost it a little bit. Like I said, for a while it was kind of this, and you know, I got the country voice thing that I do on my calls at my job. I work for an internet guy, and you know, I'm taking the calls, and folk like the country kind of accent that I provide. I don't got the best range, but I can definitely do some work. I'm actually trying to do a Arthur Morgan kind of thing. That's for a personal project of mine, and it's not going well, as you can tell. But yeah, I've lost my voice in its entirety. I don't know what the real voice is anymore. Who is me? But now, I'm PB. That's short for peanut butter. I don't know why. One of my coworkers was like, you should name yourself Peanut Butter. And I was like, huh. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm Peanut Butter now. I also... I was going to play the B-Star music, but I don't want to get copyright striked. I like messing with my fiance a little bit, because I did the edgy kind of voice with all the pausings. Lamenting that maybe this is just the world I'm meant to be. I need dramatic jazz music, but I don't want to get copyright striked. I don't think I can get copyright striked, but you get my point. The rest of the trip was quick, but we continue with small talk about trends. When we arrive at my stop, he attempts to give me his business card. For someone whose mere presence could stop a fight, he seems like a genuinely nice fella. I look forward to talking to him again. Oh god. Those burritos were a mistake. My stomach is rolling after the warm-ups. Alright, maggots! Today we will be working on your cardiovascular system, getting those bloods. I just looked at their logo. That's why they're called the tail feathers, okay. Racist school. And by that, I mean a good old-fashioned mile run. I want everyone on the track field yesterday. I noticed Damien's mouth open as soon as Coach Solly yells the words. And no, Damien, that does not mean I want you to time travel. Unless, of course, you mean running so fast that you hit 88 miles an hour. And then you go and seduce your own mother in 1950 whatever. That gave me an aneurysm. Jesus, hold on, I need a... And just as quickly, Damien shuts his mouth again and shoots Solly a thumbs up. Solly's only reply is stiletto to snort. Double time it now, cupcakes! There's no hesitation for me at this point. I follow the rest of the class and do the run Solly wanted. As expected, I rapidly fell behind the pack. Do-do-do. No. Got the voice I gave him. It was really chipper. Hey, Inko! Nice of you to drop by. How are you doing? Damien. What are you doing back here? Keeping my new buddy company, of course. What are you doing? Trying not to vomit. Ah! You're doing great then! Thanks. I guess. Shouldn't you be at the very front of the pack, though? Next to Mia? Nah, man. Not her. Mia? You know, the one who knocked you out yesterday? He's country now. Everyone's country. Even though he's the only one from the Midwest. Whatever, fuck you. It's my video. You're watching. A brief flashback reminds me of the red parasaur. Why did I do that? That hurt. Ow, that was rubber. Silicone. By the by, I'm glad to see you're doing way better today. You're even up and running. Yeah. Glad it didn't wind up with permanent brain damage. Hey, question. Was, what happened yesterday normal around here? Well, Mia's a wild one, that's for sure. Best not to mess with her. Not unless you're into those kind of chicks. Please. In which case, be my guest. As for Solly, yeah, he's always like that. You'll get used to it, though. He ain't that bad a guy once he warms up to you. If you say so. Hey, don't worry, man. You're gonna fit in right in no time flat. In fact, you should sit with us at lunch. That way we can give you the proper welcome and stuff. Lunch? I mean... Inko! Damien! Don't fall behind! Solly's voice snaps me from my mini stupor and makes me realize just how far Damien and I had fallen behind the rest of the class. Whoops! Better catch up with the others before Solly brings out the punitive measure. Excuse me? The what? You don't want to find out, brother. Trust me. Trust me. What? Come on, dude! Let's jet! Before I can say another word, Damien gets behind me and starts pushing me forward, forcing my legs to move faster than they ever should have. I have to struggle to not trip over myself, but somehow I managed to keep up with the pace that Damien was forcing my whole body to maintain. Yeah, he's sweaty. Oh, he's dead. Fuck sakes. I love this dumbass game. This is why I love this fucking game. Most of the visual novels I've played, they're just, moving around a PNG on screen, waving it around. Not even waving around, just, it's there. Oh, my god! The thing! Let me ask you a question while I strike this same pose. Okay, back to my default pose. I'm sad now. That kind of shit, but it's fun, they move around. got him peeking out of the corner. You can tell they had fun with it. They wanted to be funny. 5 minutes and 3 more laps later, I fall flat on my ass. My heart's beating so fast and my lungs are burning so fiercely that every breath feels like sandpaper scraping against my throat. Regardless of that though, I finished the jog. The first small step towards conquering my own physical weakness.
Good job, maggots! Keep this up and you'll be soldiers yet, fighting in a war you don't understand, killing anyone you're told to kill, no questions asked. Do you find CIA documents in the Vietnamese safe house? Does it detail the crimes that we have committed in the war? Well, guess what, soldier? You are a helldiver and those Vietnamese are bugs and automatons. You will destroy those documents because you know you are fighting for the greater good of Super Earth.
Maybe I should... Oh, I'm out of breath again. Maybe I should record like some Helldivers videos. That'd be fun. Sally turns to me and with a slight grin shoots me a thumbs up.
Okay, that's all for today. Hit the lockers, cupcakes!
I'm still dead. Oh, he picked me up, aw. Damien helps me back up, and I join the rest of the male students as we head back to the locker room. I had to specify male students. Didn't want you to think I was freaky. We talk a bit more about our interests and other school matters on the way. Damien filling me in on a bit of St. Hammond's history during the 3 years he's been in attendance. By a bit of luck, our lockers aren't that far apart from one another. But our conversation isn't a real possibility considering all the other ones going on in the relatively cramped locker rooms. There really isn't that much more time to chat before the bell rings for our next class switch. I wave goodbye to Damien and start looking for my next class. Don't forget, lunch with the buds! I nod in reply as I turn around and head down the hall towards my next class. Making my way down the hall, I take notice of the surroundings. Though everything about the school seemed pretty normal, there are some key modifications made to better suit the majority of the student body. Mainly water fountains that settle a good 10 or more feet above me. Those are right there. No, they're not. You liar. You liar. Avanon, you lied. Worst game ever. No attention to detail. Boo! Boo! I'm gonna play a Morris instead. The superior furry dating game. That was a joke. Don't kill me. Overall, nothing crazy special. This next class I'm sort of looking forward to. AP Art and Design. The class looks like it's in a studio classroom on the second floor. I didn't like art class. Just because, yeah, we had one of those art teachers who was like, no, you're not going to draw furry cartoon animals. You're going to draw realism. That's the only art there is. Anything else is a sham. Part of the school here is built to be both inside and outside, with open ceilings and walls here and there. Since it's also the art wing, the displayed pictures are coated in hydrophobic layers and framed. I had a friend who was hydrophobic. Not my friend anymore, thankfully. I couldn't handle, just like hating on Dasani and shit. That's like, that's good water. And he's just like, no, I just don't think they should be allowed to I'm gonna drop my joke there. You're never gonna hear a complete joke from me until I inevitably get famous enough that I can be cancelled. I'm not getting cancelled with 75 subscribers. You're not doing that to me. Although since it's the start of the year, the halls are freshly cleared, waiting to be filled as the semester passes. My throat hurts from doing that. Of course, there's also no shortage of drains. This hall in particular is displayed prominently in the school's advertising material, and for good reason. The carefully and expertly built dynamic between the surrounding nature, the school, and even the building materials themselves, it's nothing less than mystical. I can already feel the creative juices flowing. Soon enough, I'm standing just outside the door to my next class. Much like the school wall outside, it's decorated in various colors and patterns, each corner painted and tagged by different students. I barely step foot inside before the bell rings. Since I was the last one in, all but one of the other seats were taken. It's pretty close to the front. While many of the students look well prepared, they're clearly ready to fall asleep within the next few minutes. Then there's the teacher. Somehow he looks young and old at the same time. Since he isn't urging me to look for a seat, he must be used to new students taking it all in. Well, yeah, I don't want to hold up the class for that long. Try not to make the take the teacher's hospitality for granted. I take the seat closest to me in the front row. Even after I've sat down, the art teacher continues to idle. His gaze hazily wanders across the class of seated students. Nobody else seems to be paying attention to him, save for a few people here and there. A few students are whispering something behind me. Where was he yesterday? Hey, I ain't complaining about less work. Yeah, but on the first day? Yeah. So, in a way, it's the teacher's first day as well. I need water. That is not water. Hold on, I need water. I'll be right back. I have been watered. So, I didn't miss anything in this class? That's pretty cool, actual. The teacher slams the top of his desk with both fists, the sound echoing through the room. Why'd I do that? He already did that. Whatever, fuck it, I'm doing it too. It's a signal for all auxiliary conversation to cease, and the class obeys. Despite the sudden furniture abuse, the teacher doesn't look agitated. Rather, he's got a massive grin on his face. The phrase winning smile comes to mind. This is the jazz music I was talking about. Let me do my... No, okay, you don't want me to do my dramatic voice. I get it, you got... No, maybe you do. Do you want me to... I'm gonna do my dramatic voice. You know what, I'm gonna give him my dramatic voice. Right then. Nah, he's too happy and chipper. He's not dramatic. I need to give him like a... He's fancy. I gotta give him like a cowboy type voice. You know, like a... Let me see. Let me take from my Cowboys. Give me a moment. I gotta suit this out. Could do Arthur Morgan. Let me try this. Oh, you sir are a fish. What about Dutch? Dutch Vanderland. Arthur. I had a goddamn plan. Well, what about? Whoa. Okay, I'm kind of liking this voice. It might hurt me a little bit, but. Dutch! You left me behind, Dutch! Right then! The pale pterodactyl holds what looks to be a metallic tray on a stick. Good morning, class! Thank you, Raptor Jesus, for forcing me to wear prescription shades. Fuck you, Cavenon, for flashbanging me. I don't have prescription shades. They're prescription, but not shades. My classmates are all wincing in pain and wiping at their eyes. No doubt from the fucking flashbang he just threw. And welcome to AP Art and... Maybe that isn't the voice I should give him. Let me see. I'm trying to think about the voices I haven't done yet. And welcome to AP Art and Design. That's the voice I'm giving him now. That's his voice. Right there. Alright, he's a greaser now. I don't know why I decided greaser, but I haven't done the voice yet. And you knows what? I'm doing the goddamn voice. It's because of all that jazz. You know, I feel like he'd be a real nice, kind of classy detective man. That's his voice now. Fuck you, if you think differently. This is the authenticated voice. He holds up the stick haphazardly. This is a flash pan. Saw it at an antique store yesterday. That'd be a good introduction. It's not important. Worthless, actually. The class winces as the stick is chucked into the garbage bin and shattered. Excuse my absence yesterday. I had matters to take care of elsewhere. My name is Mr. Eatikin. Within the blink of an eye, the teacher has replaced the sun on a stick with a fancy marker, that's a feather, and managed to scrawl his name across the board in the finest show of calligraphy. Using big boy words. Oh, like I know what calligraphy means. Fuck you. And I shall be your guide as we explore the expanse of the creative world. Now, let's not Man, he says dilly-dally, and it's like, that's not his voice, you know? Let's not dilly-dally now, shall we? Come into my house. Let's not dilly-dally then, shit. God, I don't know what voice to do. Fuck. Alright, I'm a 1950s oil baron. Okay, that's the voice. Ah! How about this kind of voice? A little bit of Trelawney. Now, let's not dilly-dally then, shall we? That's his voice now. I don't know if I'm gonna keep that voice, but I have the finest concoctions, potions, stickers. You can't see my stickers, they're on my PC. I got the Bad Dragon sticker, the Hyena Agenda, Raccoon, Hedgehog, and the Newt of all evil. My friends, for the very fair price of giving me all of your love and attention, I, the Great Peanut Butter, will continue to upload videos. For a teacher, he's very animated. Now, this first week, we'll be going in-depth on the history of the fundamentals of art. Perhaps a little trial by fire as well, to get those creative juices flowing, my friends. There's murmurs from my classmates, though I pay them no mind. In fact, the prospect of doing some creative work to create something that I could possibly show off. For a brief moment, I picture my own name on a placard in the hallway outside the principal's office. Incognito. 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 His goddamn name is Incognito. I played this game. My Steam says 77 hours in this game. I finished the entire game. His name is fucking Incognito. I hate this game. I hate it. Worst game ever now. Incognito. And I'm dumb. I couldn't figure that out. I've been pronouncing it Incognito. I thought that was a joke. Incognito. Yeah, it's a funny say. It's fucking Incognito. God damn it. God damn it. I hate myself. That upsets me. That upsets me. Very much. For now, though, I'd like for all of you to open your textbooks to page 3. Right, my... Wait. What book? Wait. Looking around, I see that everyone else has a novel-sized hardcover book opened. Oh. They must have gotten them yesterday. Now then, class, we'll be starting with... Hesitantly, I raise my hand. Mr. Yadikin, sir? I, don't have a book yet. You don't have a... How? The substitute passed out all of them yesterday. Ooh. His eyes flicker open a second as he connects some internal dots. The word on the street is that some new kid got concussed so hard he had to leave early. Did the street at least mention I was doing pretty well before that? Oh, of course not. You are Mr. Nito then? Yes, sir. Incognito. Given the circumstance, I'll let it slide, just this once. For now, why don't you share with one of your classmates? After class, I'll write you a note that you can give to the librarian. Yeah, thank you, sir. I kind of regret being so late because the only person I can realistically share with is the person to my side. So, hey. Hold on, oh my god, guys, this game, it's called I Wani Hug That Gator. And you know who that is? You know who that is? You know who that is? It's the gator. It's the gator. The one we want to hug. Guys. Oh my god, it's the gator. Wait a minute. Wasn't she the one speeding through the hallway yesterday? The one who almost vehicular manslaughtered me? Just like back then, I feel her gaze. Piercing and cold, as if she's not even seeing me next to her. Would it be okay to share the book? It'll only be for today. Instead of a verbal response, she lets out a defeated low groan, like I just spit in her cereal. She then huddles back over her page. Well, fuck! Fuck you! Sorry I asked. I don't want to hug this gator. Woo! Ooh! We're not hugging that gator at all. Yeah, this whole game is a lie. We're not hugging that mean fucking gator. It's only the first real day. Maybe I won't need it. Olivia, come on. Share with him this one time. I already told him I personally resolved the issue. Just help me out here, alright? She responds by making a show of sighing deeply while rolling her head back and around. Oh god, I don't know if you could hear that crack, but fuck! Ordinarily, there'd be a groan to go with the gesture, but she remains silent. Her head hangs low in defeat, and she nudges the book a few centimeters closer to me. I don't know, that's a pretty big distance, I'd say. Some people might say that's too much of a distance, but... thanks. I slide my own desk closer to her, just enough so that I can actually read the page. While her teacher orates the page as if reading from Death of a Hunter, I follow along while simultaneously trying to capture anything that stands out in my notebook. It's a lot more difficult than expected, as Mr. Yadikin seems to put emphasis on every word he spoke. I feel like I'm just copying the page wholesale. My eyes turn from the book to the girl's notes, and... I don't know if you could hear that. Those are some very murderous-looking claws on her fingertips. For a split second, I can see them retract. She wipes her finger on a small hand towel, and... Oh, whoa! I fucking burped. The claws extend again into a bright red puddle on her desk. A singular red-colored claw is pressed on her paper for a moment. That's not blood, right? Then quickly tugged and twirled and twisted, leaving behind a bright red cursive sentence on the page. Cool. Those silver irises flick my way once more. This is it. This is the voice I've been waiting for. What? What you're doing? That looks pretty cool. A hint of red creeps across the girl's cheeks. She looks back at the book and hunches her shoulders as high as she humanly... Dino-ly can? Huh? She's now leaning over her notes too, even using the book as extra protection for the pages. I should be focusing on my own notes. Yeah. It's an impossible task though, as the colorful calligraphy next to me has piqued my curiosity. The quill talent continues to delicately etch notes onto the page, and it only leaves the page to dip into what looks like an ink-filled recess near the edge of her desk. The claws extend again, and now there's a faint rumbling. Oh, she's fucking staring us down. Hey. I hadn't meant to be caught up in it. I'm sorry, I wait for her to give me a name. She doesn't. She simply returns her focus to the book between us. Wonder what her deal is. In either case, I turn my attention back to class. Hope I can make up for lost time. It's hard to ignore the Gator Girl, though, I'll say. Especially when those icy gray eyes of hers feel like icicles poised to stab right through me. Hey, wait a second. Those hand motions. She's not writing anything right now. She's drawing. She's an artist. Well, it's none of my business. But I am rather curious. I make a show of leaning back to yawn. Now I can see it's... Oh, it's a calligraphic doodle of me. There's no mistaking it. That's my jacket and my sunglasses. That's pretty cool. Nobody's ever really drawn me before. Well, there were those others on the first day of school, but you know, that's different. They weren't using their own claws or ink. Ah, man, I can't wait. I gotta ask her for a closer look. Hey! Yeah, your picture's super cool. Yeah, can I see it? She glares at me in the eyes, but slowly brings out the sheet she was doodling on. With the paper more visible, I can barely make out all the important details. The line work is sharp, each stroke an organic curve that, when combined, forms what had to be me. It even had my glasses in the negative space in my head. Though, what was with the multiple swervy lines coming out of my drawing's head? She calling me stinky? She fucking call me stinky? Me? Me? Bitch. Dude! This is great! She rolls her eyes and starts retracting the page. Yeah, can I take a picture of it? A pause. Why? Oh, nobody's ever drawn something like that of me, and I want to remember it. She passes the paper over to me. It's yours. Whoa, really? Thanks. Don't mention it. But don't. She's nice. After a grueling period, made worse by my own anxiety, the bell rings to set us free. Finally, freedom at Just stay for a minute longer, Inko. I gave my kind of radio voice, for some reason. That's what Trelawney has. I get some sideways glances from the other students as they leave, no doubt suspecting that I'm a teacher's pet already. With a few strokes from his pen, Yadikin hands me a note. Just show this to the librarian and she'll hand you all of your books. You're on your way now. Be gone. Shoo, a skedaddle. A quick trip to the library earns library. God, I'm one of those people. I've never said library. A quick trip to the library earns me my missing books. I even got a fancy laminated library card. Yadikin's instructions to his class certainly has me excited for photography next. First stop, though, lunch. Can't take pictures on an empty stomach. Between my lackluster breakfast and my gym class, I am starving. Despite my hunger, though, I'm stopped dead in my tracks as I look around the cafeteria for a place to sit. The whole place is overtaken by lawless anarchy. I've never seen a riot this intense. A few students have even crawled halfway up the walls, hanging by the decorative vines. Food flies everywhere, utilized as ammunition rather than sustenance. And yet, the security guard by the door isn't moving. This must be acceptable. I shudder to think what would be bad enough to warrant him taking action. All the other kids... I've never seen anything this barbaric at any of my old schools. But more importantly, all the cliques have already formed from the previous day. I missed my chance to sit with anybody. You missed your chance, Inko. Loner table now. Wait, it's only the second day. Why am I still acting like it's too late to do anything? Yo! Nico! Why'd I make him... Whatever, fuck. I'm shoulder checked from behind, but by what feels like an oversized fist or an oversized boulder. If I wasn't already by a wall, I would have been sent sprawling or turned into roadkill. When I turn about, I'm met with Damien's toothy grin. Ow! What? What? You already forgot about me? You don't got anywhere to be, right? Yeah? You stuttered! Come on, we're going somewhere! May as well, right? Damien excitedly motions at me to follow through the traffic of students going about the lunchroom. It's a good thing I hadn't gotten my own lunch yet. It'd be dumped all over the ground about 3 elbows and a slap ago. Through the clamoring, I hear something about a turf war restarting with the new year. And that megalodons will continue to rule. Somewhere mixed in is the undeniable sound of a steel chair clattering to the ground. This place is an actual war zone now. How the fuck is Damien able to weave through these guys so easily? Eventually, he leads me to the far corner of the room and to his usual lunch table. Hey, you're alive! I think one of my ribs is cracked. Ah, that's just the school spirit you're feeling. Ugh. I feel less like a person and more like a well-used punching bag. I finish stretching my wounded back and actually check the table. It's basically empty. There's only one other person here. Guys, it's the The gator girl gives an unamused raised eyebrow. Hey. You. Oh, snap! You know Olivia? Olivia, right. Yeah. The one and only. Why didn't you tell me you met already? Because I only sort of did, actually. We're in the same class. Ah, okay, I get it now. Still, that sounds awesome. All my lunch buddies are artists. All? Oh, yeah, there's usually a third in our group, but she's out screwing around on school business. She'll probably be back tomorrow. Student council stuff can't take that long, right? What's she need with the student council? Oh, she doesn't need anything with the student council. She is in it. Isn't it? She's the treasurer. The treasurer? Yeah, something like that. Well, what do you think, Olivia? Olivia just grunts in reply. She doesn't even bother to look up from her lunch tray. Aren't you an artist too, Damien? Nah, I don't got the patience to sit around for hours like that. So, you're not taking advantage of any of the art programs here? I don't really need them. Home's just real close by. Only other artist here today is Olivia. His arm waves over Olivia as if he was presenting her at an auction or something. I want an Olivia plush. Where do I get them? For her part, the gator girl just... again. Well, what do you do then, Olivia? Finally, she looks up, turning an indifferent look my way. Did she say something? What was that? The ambient war noises are a bit too loud. Yeah, I can't hear a thing. It's a war zone voice chat in here. I'm sorry, I can't hear anything you're saying over the... Oh, don't sweat it. She's just a real quiet... I paint. Whoa. Hey. Holy fuck. Her voice sounds so raspy. As if she's ever drunk a drop of water in her life. I guess I hadn't noticed before when she gave those one-syllable responses, but for someone's voice to be so strained from a single shout. She furrows her brow and looks back at her lunch. Oh, snap! We've been standing around for a while! He sits back in his own seat and takes a huge bite of mystery meat steak. Mystery meat. Oh, right. Food. After the workout and poor breakfast today, I'm not saying your fancy words, caving on, I'm hungry now. That's the word you used, hungry. But... the line... All eyes look to where the lunch line should be, and it's become a full-blown riot. Someone's got a fire extinguisher trying to stop it. Oh, I probably should have waited for you to get yours. Oops. Damien returns to his steak, rather aggressively. Look at him, he hates that steak. But who am I to question dino etiquette and the act of using one's foot to anchor the food for tearing? Suddenly, the sound of squeaking rubber draws both of our attentions towards Olivia. She's holding onto one of her wheels, having just skidded it across the granite floor. Oh! What's up? She tilts her head back towards the courtyard door behind us. Who the fuck keeps messaging me? My goddamn phone keeps blowing up and shit. It's annoying. It looks like there's a few vending machines out there. Huh. I guess I'll go check them out. I leave the group behind to go try and get lunch. Not a fan of soda and chips for a meal, but it's enough for wartime survival. We make do with the rations we have, Inko. Hey, this thing accepts credit cards. That's handy. Yeah, I'm feeling like... Ooh, okay, we got choices to make. Choices here. Why is she staring at us? Okay, my favorite color is drywall, store brand soda. I'm pretending to be on a diet, so baked chips. Not those fattening normal chips you fat people. Fat people eat. I'm healthy. I eat baked Cheetos. I'm a huge fucking idiot. I'm gonna grab a sports drink. Look, drywall tastes really good. Also, I'm addicted to Coke. Coca-Cola! Coca-Cola. Dr. Pepper specifically, actually. I pick out a few other brands I recognize, enough to tide me over for the rest of the school day. I bend over to pick up the bags from the Spencer's slot, and... that green chick is looking at me. She notices me gazing at her and hunches over again, hurriedly. The fuck was that all about? She looking at my ass? Right. Making new friends. I buy a few extra sodas for the table. Carrying everything back in both arms, I place him on an empty spot, sliding a can over to Damien. He looks at me like I just tossed him a gold bar. Whoa, dude! I'm not even gonna fucking front. That's exactly how anyone gives me food, I love them. I feel so bad taking from others, but if you give me food, I will kill for you. I will fight for you. I will defend your goddamn honor. I am yours now, forever. Anyone wants to buy me Taco Bell? My Cash App is Hyena Beans. Buy me Taco Bell. Name a time and place. Name a location. Give me GPS coordinates. Give me a time. Give me a description of the guy. No questions asked. The Dilo boy's mouth opens wide as he chomps on the bottom of his can. His fangs pierce the thin metal, and it sprays its contents down his gullet. I toss him over to Olivia as well. She eyes it as though we're booby-trapped before taking a bag of chips. Damien sighs happily as he chucks the shredded remains of his can away. Caffeine ambrosia. The fuck is ambrosia? What were we talking about before? Oh yeah, Olivia's art, right. She's real good, Inky. Like you would not believe. Can he at least stick to a nickname? Really? Oh, totally! She's like won awards and stuff. She has? Can I see them? In fact, I could, take some glamour shots for you. No need, dude. I've already got pictures on my phone. No, I mean, hold on. I pick my backpack up from the floor, unzipping it and retrieving my beloved camera from it. I'm actually into photography. The Dino Man reaches for my well-aged DSLR, and on instinct, I whack his hand away. Hey! I'm sorry. The force of habit. What do you think, Olivia? She eyes me up and down, and with the same furrowed brow... Aren't you that guy that ate dirt in the gym yesterday? Yeah, no. I shoot Damien a quick, dirty glance before returning to look at Olivia. It wasn't that bad. It was pretty bad. It wasn't. How does everyone know about it? I may have had a hand in spreading the story around. I thought it was funny. Don't worry though. Everyone has some embarrassing story. One time, me and my buddy Keith, I got my frills stuck in the bathroom stall. I didn't need to know that. It took him an hour to get out. See? Everybody's got something. Olivia pops a chip into her jaws, her face looking out to nowhere as if she's thinking of something. Damien leans close to me. One of his frills extends to hide from Olivia. Dude, I have not seen her talk this much during lunch since last year. She's said 5 things, and 2 of them were grunts. Why the secrecy?
It's like a secret meeting.
Those are cool. Uh-huh.
But yeah, this is something else.
She's really warming up to you. I can tell. He sits back down properly. Honestly, this whole thing's a little creepy. She's probably not a bad person to talk to, but Damien isn't helping any. As eager as I am to make new friends this year, this is definitely not how I thought it would pan out. I kinda don't want to be pimped out to the Gator Girl by Ellis from Left 4 Dead 2. Is he supposed to be Ellis? No, he would have had the shirt. Maybe it's best that I get through lunch quickly and quietly. At least I have a spot to sit during lunch. Not like I have any other option. Inko, you dick. My boy here, Ellis, offered you a great spot. You have the dinosaur, the gator, that you wani hug, and you're taking it for granted. I would have loved to have a place to sit like that during lunch. Ah, there you are, Inko. A voice rings out to greet me, which catches our attention. I see a familiar bespeckled face walk over to us with a lunch tray in his hands. Yeah, I'm glad to see that you've made it to lunch this time. I don't know why I keep doing this for Ben. No, I do, because Ben's a nerd. Nerd person with your nerd circle glasses and your nerd haircut. Oh! Hey, Ben! I'm guessing you and Inky here have already met? Uh-huh. I introduced myself after I bumped into him the other day. Speaking of bumps, you should have seen Inky here yesterday. Damien lets out a cackle and slaps me on the back, igniting the gym pains in my body and almost knocking my glasses off. Ben gives a concerned half smile. This must be my eternal torment for the rest of the semester. Yeah, about yesterday. Ben looks down the aisle of chatting students and signals to someone with his head. Standing 10 feet away from us is an imposing-looking dinosaur girl with blonde crimson hair. With blonde hair, crimson scales, and sporting a fiery red leather jacket. Get out! Get out! Get out! Ah! Ah! Standing 10 feet away from us is an imposing-looking dinosaur girl with blonde hair, crimson scales, and sporting a fiery red leather jacket. Ben motions for her to come closer with a soft smile on his face and nod. One of the few benefits of me... Don't look at that, don't look at the spoilers! I need to turn that off. I'm not turning it off, fuck you, fuck you. Not turning it off. Ooh, we're keeping this on. One of the good things about, having played all of it before, I know now not to get my video tagged for having copyrighted material, because there's one song in here, it's copyrighted, and it's coming up. So I'm gonna do my best to kind of like disengage that a little bit. I'm gonna do the singing on my own, okay, just for y'all. Ben motions for her to come closer with a soft smile on his face and nod. And she smiles back, though her own is noticeably strained. Okay, Harley Quinn. I'm the Joker, baby. Okay, I'm here. That's a good female voice. I'm doing the best I can, okay? I'm a manly man. I'm masculine. I've only kissed 15 men. And most of them were jokes. The kiss happened, but it was because it was funny. She slowly makes her way over, and I notice how some of the students begin to quiet down as she passes them by. She's hot. She looks like... Man, this is... man, I'm about to self-report. She kind of reminds me of a... I am gonna self-report. She kind of reminds me of Panty and Stocking. It's a good anime. It's not as... It is as bad as it sounds. But it's good. It's great. You should watch it. I love it. It's amazing. Reminds me of Panty. I self-report and I don't care. As she gets closer, her intense presence invades me. And even though we're about the same height, I feel like an ant about to get crushed under a boot. Please, 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 please. That could be me. I would love that. Please. Please, please, please. I've been good. I've been bad. Please, please. Please, I'm self-reporting myself even more. I don't care, please. I do that in VR chat. I'll find, like, the tall, furry women, and I'll just start saying please. It gets weird. Somewhere in me, a synapse connects her face to me tasting a bright red rubber ball yesterday. I really wish it hadn't. Inko, Mia here has something to say to you. Mia stays silent, but strides the last couple of steps, rigidly to stand right in front of me, please. She sucks in air through her teeth. Sorry. The corner of the girl's lips starts to rise.
Nightmare!
Just imagine that playing through. I didn't mean to knock your lights out. Behind her, I notice Ben wincing. The girl lets out a laugh and lays an arm around my shoulder, please, her smile growing wide once more. Heat creeps along my face as her muzzle nears my ear, especially when a puff of hot air blows by my lobe. Please, please. This isn't a joke anymore. Please, I need this. I want it. I'm begging for it. I don't deserve it. But look at Olivia. Look at her eyes widening. I need that. I need this. Please, I need that. Please, please, fucking please. Please, I'm Homelander, and that dinosaur girl is a bottle of fucking titty milk. Fuck me. Please. The heat is torn away, though, when I feel her fingers dig roughly into my shoulder, and her sharp hiss of a whisper scrapes my eardrum. That ball was me being nice, Baldy. Screw the class over again, and I will fucking end you. Why don't you become low res? Nodding in understanding. Hi, cat. Nodding in understanding, Mia pushes away from me with a small cheer. See? All clear now, Benny boy. Let me see if the music is safe for me to turn back on. Nope. No, it's not. Mia, that's not quite... Ah, boo. You know how I am? Her eyes flutter as she looks his way. Yes, I know, but... You promised you would be... nicer. I know. And I was. So, I'll be seeing you later tonight, Benny. Just like we promised. They fucking... She waves us off collectively and backs into the crowd, vanishing before either one of us could fully process her words and actions. Okay, we're safe. Damien nudges my side. Dude, I think she likes you. Ben sighs. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Inko. I heard earlier about what happened in PE and connected the dots. Mia comes off as rough around the edges, but she's actually really sweet. I'll, talk to her about it more later. You and her, huh? Yeah, since the start of high school. The classic jock and nerd pairing. Sounds like you're living the dream. My dream. My cat's in the corner. Please. Yeah, you know it. But, yeah, I'm sorry your first impression of her isn't ideal. It's fine, it was just dodgeball. It's not like she was looking to do something. Like, murder me. Yeah. Damien? Damien looks up from the rest of his meal, having selectively heard his name. Could you not spread rumors about your fellow classmates, by the way? No worries, Nico and I are cool. That still doesn't make it right. Sure. Yes, sir, yeah. He gives Ben a lazy salute. Ben merely sighs as he places his tray on the table and makes himself comfortable on the seat next to mine. As he settles in, Ben notices my camera, still out on the table. Oh, is this your camera, Inko? Huh? Oh, yeah, I was showing it to Damien and Olivia earlier. May I? I feel my instincts kick in for a moment before remembering that Ben also works with the camera. Oh, yeah, sure. Have a look. I watch as Ben gingerly picks up my camera and gives it a thorough inspection. I must say, as far as standard DSLRs goes, yours is of very good quality. Oh, it's nothing too special, really. I just picked it up a while back. Well, you do have good taste in camera models. Why are they jerking off over cameras? Jesus, is that a camera guy thing? He hands me back my camera, to which I place it back in my backpack. Thanks. With something like that, it'd be pretty easy to get some great shots. Now, I do have a small collection in a portfolio drive. A portfolio? Aw, man, I'd only just made mine a month ago. I bet you've got like a dozen pieces to choose from the New Year's art contest. The what? Oh, he missed that announcement. What announcement? The school! It has an annual art contest at the start of every new year. The winner gets a small cash prize, but the bigger prize is the fact that the winner's piece is submitted for publication. Where'd the gator go? Where'd the gator go? Gator's gone. Is submitted for publication in a couple big-time magazines. Oh. Oh, wow. That sounds awesome. Yeah, of course, that also means a lot of the students plan ahead and work all summer for something to submit. You do anything for it, Ben? You know it? Well, good luck. Liz says she turned in the perfect piece yesterday. Okay, now I'm interested. Finally, the chance to show my real skill at something I'm good at. Hey, Olivia could help you out. With your shots and her art, you two could totally win. Right, Olivia? Huh? Olivia? We all turn our heads to Olivia, only to realize she disappeared. I noticed before y'all. I'm the better hugging. I'm the better hug. When did she leave? Confused, I scan around the cafeteria, and my eyes manage to spot her through the crowd of students. She's rolling away towards the cafeteria doors, and quickly. Just like that, I lose sight of her as fast as I had seen her. I turn to look at Damien and Ben. Damien not only looks puzzled, but also disappointed for some reason. Ben, meanwhile... Oh, he almost looks annoyed that Olivia left. I guess she hasn't changed. So it seems. The venomous sting to his words makes me feel like there's more going on than I'm aware of. I decide not to pry into it, and instead bring the conversation back. Well, yeah, I still want to try. Oh, you can upload your submission on the school's website. Oh, then I'll need an account. You don't have one? I don't think so. I've been told they'll get me that stuff by the end of the week. Yeah, that sounds about right. Truthfully, it takes maybe 5 minutes at most to deal with that. Then why the wait? Nobody wants to deal with it. Guess I'll wait then. Ben scratches the side of his head. I think there's someone in Stuco that could help you out, actually. It's the Treasurer's Duty Day today. Ah, so that's where Liz ended up. Yep, she should still be working at the computer lab. Guess I'll get to meet Liz sooner rather than later. I think I'll take care of that before lunch is over then. Yeah, I'll see you in class, Ben. Hey, sure thing. Later, Damien. Deuces, man. Hey, tell Liz I say hi. I grab some of the leftover snacks from the table and my backpack, and I head out of the cafeteria. Finally, I can show off my skills and show that I'm just as capable an artist as anyone else here. The computer lab is an offshoot room from our library. As for the library itself, aside from an expected emphasis on anatomy drawing guides and the like, it's pretty standard. Not to brag, but the school I was at for my freshman and junior years had a library with 2 floors. Books never to be read. I probably should have read a thing or two with all those resources. You know, I got the only literature that I need right here. Right from Daddy Rusty Cage himself. I love Rusty Cage. I love him. I'd kiss him if I could. I'm gonna go to Florida and kiss that man. That's a threat, by the way. I'm getting off topic. The computer lab is the focus. The calm tranquility of the library is overtaken by the organized sterility of the lab. 40 standardized sets of computers, HP, and monitors line the walls, forming a panopticon around the desk reserved for the teacher in the middle. I remember them being organized differently in elementary school, but for a few years now I've just been seeing this formation. It sounds to me like someone got caught too many times working on more risque art pieces. Me. It was me. I'm sorry. The monitors are all turned on, but only one's logged in. Weird that there's nobody here. Damien and Ben said Liz would be here, though. Maybe she's in the bathroom? I'm not one to pry and snoop around, but I'm really pressed for time here. On screen, I see open PDFs and documents. They look finance-related and filled with abbreviations and jargon that I don't understand. Maybe I can figure out how to create my account on my own?
What are you doing?
Ah! Haunted high school!
I didn't mean to scare you.
I gotta adjust the voice a little bit. Oh, thank Christ. It's just the dino girl with an extremely fucking long neck, and not a spooky specter of the night.
No, really. What were you doing in the fiscal report I was working on?
I didn't do anything. Titty bump.
I've been working all day. Why did you touch it?
I didn't. I only minimized it, I swear. Right, I'm here for a reason. Are you Liz? The Brachiosaurus furiously reopens all her windows, and for a while, types out some information before acknowledging me again.
Excuse me?
Ben sent me Damien, Ben. I like Damien more. I met Damien, and he said I'd have to wait for you to sort out my login stuff.
Damien mentioned me? Oh, you're the guy that got smeared into the ground at gym class yesterday. Yeah, I'm Liz.
That's what I mean, I love that. It's so fun and goofy. You don't see that anywhere else. Maybe Undertale. Whoa. Inko. But, yeah, I'm new here, so I need an account.
Not a problem at all.
Liz sits down and cracks her knuckles as she starts typing away at the keyboard.
Alright, let's see if I can get that done for you.
In a flourishing display of spreadsheet software experience, Liz navigates and organizes several documents in seconds. I've always had the general idea that there were a lot of shortcuts and commands, but shit. She's resourceful.
So, you're an artist too?
Hmm?
Since you want to enter the contest so bad.
Oh, yeah, I'm a photographer.
Yeah? How are you liking it here so far?
Well,
students here usually jump to asking about what they're graduating here for, so they can more easily form connections and collaborate. So, excuse me if I might be going too fast.
Oh, no, not at all. I'm a bit more at ease now that you've just explained it. It's pretty good. Although I feel bad about missing most of the first day.
It's not a big deal.
I guess not. Although, truth be told, I see those paintings framed in the hall by the principal's office, and it does put a bit of a rain on my parade.
Oh, those, yeah. I get what you mean. I think it's like that by design, honestly. Something about breaking the student's ego. Then you end up wanting to improve like crazy so you can reach your goals. At least that's what happened to me. I'm planning on going to university and getting my degree in design and business. And that's just the start. I'm also starting to become an apprentice for art dealings. Getting the right paintings for the right people. My tutor said I'm impressive enough I should start enrolling for any and all of the important universities around the country I'd like.
Wow. I mean, I'm also pretty well off myself, but it never occurred to me that I should be this ambitious.
Thank you. What about you?
I'm gonna be an influencer, blogger, and be crazy popular. That's my dream. I'm gonna publish a photography magazine. I don't know, but it's gonna be big. That's my goal today. I don't know if I'd want to be an influencer. Why, she's so bouncy. And what's... But I'm gonna be an influencer, blogger. I'm gonna be crazy fucking popular, okay? Once I get to 1 million subscribers, you know, unfortunately, once everyone hits that milestone, you gotta touch people. It's just the way of business, but, you know, I'm gonna get popular, though. That's the key point.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's something. At least more than a lot of people around here.
What do you mean?
Like, half the school may as well just be in daycare. Sorry if that sounds rude. We got these school programs and even industry professionals coming in for lectures. It's like some people are here just because their friends happen to be here too.
No big plans, it seems?
Yeah?
Oh, wait, you mean like Damien?
Yeah, I should have mentioned it.
Oh, he's still cool, though, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I hope me talking about him to you like this doesn't come across as kind of douchey. He's definitely the friendly type. Even partnered with me in gym class and dragged me along to sit with his his lunch.
Is that so?
Yeah, he was really excited about it too. And then he introduced you to,
And then he introduced you to Olivia as well, and tried to break the ice so she can come out of her shell?
Yeah. How'd you know?
Oh, boy. I'm sorry about that, Inko.
What, is Damien messing with me?
Oh, no. Damien is great. He's just maybe a little too eager if he considers you a friend to him. Or he's a bit too eager. If he considers you a friend to him, he'll want you to be our friend too. Specifically, he'll want you to be Olivia's friend.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. Nothing at all. But you've seen Olivia. You can probably tell she's a bit unresponsive. She doesn't really like to talk to anyone, not even Damien. So you can definitely try to be her friend, but just know that she'll most likely ignore you.
You don't like Olivia?
What? Oh, no, I do. She's fine, I guess. I sit with her during lunch, after all. And I'm sure you'll get along with us just fine. And hey, I would love to see Olivia make a friend. Just don't get too invested in trying to get her to warm up to you. Damien will always be down to hang out, though, and I certainly don't mind. It's just that him and Olivia are nigh inseparable, and if that deal turns you off, it's not your fault either.
There's history to that warning. Inseparable? So they're like boyfriend and girlfriend?
No, they just live in the same house.
Oh.
Damien's also just incredibly patient and outgoing. I envy him. But yeah, he would like nothing more than everyone to get along like best buddies. So unless you're like Damien and can be pleasant to a brick wall forever, your time is better spent elsewhere. So, how serious are you about your ambitions?
Pretty serious, I think. Liz nods.
Something to keep in mind then. It's a struggle, but like Damien says, we gotta keep trying, right?
Liz gives me a half-hearted smile, but she still seems sad about something.
Anyways, I'm sorry for talking your ear off about private matters. You still want to get that submission turned in?
She stops for a second at one tab to scan for something.
And got it.
She motions her head to the back of the room at the printer as it hums to life. I get up and get the paper. Both my username and password here are strings of numbers. I take a snapshot of the username and password so I won't have to remember it. Thanks.
No problem. You should hurry though. Lunch is ending soon.
Right, according to the time display on the monitor, I've only got 10 minutes left. I followed the instructions on the printout, finally getting to the student hub of the site, and thankfully the art contest is displayed prominently across it. Clicking through a couple links, I finally find the submission instructions. It's simply a matter of putting my entry details as the name of the file and dragging it into the school's shared drive. Once I'm in high school, I accidentally deleted the entire drive. They had this weird like PowerPoint thing, and apparently they didn't restrict what we could do. And I did this. We had the weird school laptops. Right on the backspace key. Backspace deletes everything. I don't mean text, I mean it deleted all the fucking slides. And they're going around, we know who did it, so we need you to confess so we can go ahead and fix it. I fucking kept my mouth shut, dude. I did not trust that. And apparently I was right because they did not come after me. But yeah, I destroyed an entire thing. By accident. Plugging in my portable portfolio hard drive, I create a copy of my magnum opus. Then a quick rename, drag it here, and... just in time. I take the extra minute to safely undock my hard drive and then log off the computer. Looking back to Liz, she's completely wrapped up in her work. I don't think interrupting her is a good idea, especially after what she said about Olivia and our own time. I opt to simply leave her be, heading out of the room and the library for class. After all, it's time for the class I've been looking forward to the most. This day is certainly turning out to be better than yesterday. Yeah, I hope I didn't just jinx it for myself. My nerves had been acting up when I first stepped back into the classroom, which were made even worse when I was hit with another flashbang. Think fast, Chuckle Nuts! After my 20 other classmates had finished laughing, Mr. Yadikin made a show of waving a freshly taken photo from a fancy fold-up camera from the 70s. I dubbed this portrait De Estudiante Sans Polis. No, I didn't do the voice right. Fuck. I dubbed this... It's me, Treylani, selling you the best and finest snake oil around. I dubbed this portrait De Estudiante Sans Polis. I lost his voice. Fuck. I don't know what that means. I think he called me Sans. I look like Sans. Am I Sans? Fuck. After he thumbtacked the shot on a corkboard filled with poor snapshots of everyone else, Mr. Yadikin sat me right next to Ben. He managed to sum up his syllabus in under a minute, instead taking the majority of time to go over our first lesson and assignment on exposure and lighting. With each new light fixture he brought out and explained, I felt my mind swirl faster with new possibilities of old shots. If only I had that then, or if only I could have used that there. Now that you've had a small taste of it, we'll start on your first photography assignment. Proper lighting. Yeah, I'm salivating at the thought. Mr. Yadikin had just finished his first lesson where he'd handed out all sorts of equipment to look over. It's the first time I've handled some of these things, like the enormous box light that was still taking up the entirety of my desk. Remember, those are just tools, meant to enhance the photo. You can highlight a turd all you want, but it's still gonna be a turd. The crude language guarantees a chortle from a few half-listening students. The teacher looks over to the clock and hums. Well, I see that we managed to finish this lecture a tad bit early. Why don't you all take the last 10 minutes to compare notes? Maybe even consider doing the assignment as a collaborative piece with a classmate. The room is quick to fill with the sound of chatter. I might change his voice. I'm not liking the voice for Yadikin. I can't quite get a pinpoint on him. That's a problem for future me. I wonder if I... Hey! I turn to Ben and see his eager grin. Do you want to do a joint piece? Since you don't know any of the good spots in the school at all. I pull out the assignment sheet from beneath the lightweight light on my desk and give it a quick scan again. Present a set of photos demonstrating your understanding of proper lighting. You are allowed to borrow one lighting tool and must take the shot on school premises. Oh wait, I gotta read that in his voice. Let me go back. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna do that. And I swear, I've handed out this assignment for years now. If one more student just takes a picture of the fucking hallway outside the classroom, I'm gonna personally throw them over the railing. Be original, please, for your own safety.
I've got the perfect place for it. If we work together, we could even use 2 items.
The offer is way too tempting. But sure. I hold up my hand and Ben shakes it, sealing the pact, the devil's pact. My face is feeling weird from all the smiling today. But in truth, I've been enjoying Mr. Yadikin's class so much that I couldn't stop. Feels like I've got the entire world to gain from Mr. Yadikin's lesson, and the entire world to explore. Seeing as ever since the move, I hadn't had time to actually explore Volcalidera Bluffs. Sure, on occasion I go out on my own to parks and stuff, but who doesn't? Besides, it'd be pretty lame photographer if I didn't go out and find stuff to photograph. And you know what? I've been meaning to do a little looking around here. So, to everyone else, this assignment makes them have to explore the school. But me? I get to. Pretty sweet deal if I do say so myself. The whole outside the classroom is the only major photo op. Between that and the murals outside, I'm starting to find something cool. No, the murals won't work on their own. So it was my first thought to use them, that means it's likely someone else's first thought. I need to think outside the box a bit. I have some way to use the school's architecture to my advantage in a way that... Inko! My thoughts are disrupted by a worried-looking Ben.
Yeah, maybe you should see a doctor, man. Head injuries are no laughing matter.
I'm fine. What were you saying?
I was asking how you were doing. You know, with school and classes now.
Oh, right. Yeah, I'm doing good. Really good, actually. I'm in a class that I'm 100% enjoying and starting to make some genuine friendships. Compared to the disaster of yesterday, today's been fucking positive.
Oh, great. And what about your art submission? Was Liz able to help?
There's something nibbling at the corner of my thoughts at the mention of the long-necked girl. Yeah, she gave me my login stuff and everything. Uploading the submission was a piece of cake after all.
Awesome. Though that does make you competition now. Both Liz and I have pieces in the running too.
She told me she had submitted something, yeah. Yeah, I'm a bit concerned since I didn't have as much time to prepare anything, but...
Hey, everybody's got a chance. You never know.
Yeah, she was pretty cool about it too. That whole friend group is pretty welcoming. Yeah, I think I'm pretty lucky.
Lucky?
Ben seemed perplexed by my statement. Well, you said something at lunch when Olivia vanished. Yeah, I'm noticing for a silent paraplegic, she sure has a lot of people upset. You have some kind of hidden drama with her too?
No. Not really.
Wait, two?
Who?
Yadikin calls out to us, striding over to inspect. Ooh, he's got that gaze. Yeah, I take it you gentlemen are conversing about your assignment together. Of course, Mr. Yadikin. We were just discussing where we take our pictures. Right, Ben? Well, that's good then. Good thing you weren't talking about something off topic like... I gotta get the voice down. Oh, Arthur. Good thing you weren't talking about something off topic like gossip. That would be pretty embarrassing use of your time right off the bat, I think. Especially considering you are currently the subject of some fairly humorous gossip, aren't you, Mr. Nito? I'm awash in a wave of shame from his words. I will get his voice perfect. I'm gonna practice that shit. I'm gonna replay Red Dead Redemption 2 just so I can practice the cowboy voices. I look at Ben, and I can see that he feels it as well. If the air around someone's needs clearing, clear it yourself. Yadikin has a point. Maybe once a friendship is established, I can learn more about her. Alright, off you go now. And remember to get your assignment done by the end of the week. The room empties out slowly, most of my peers still chatting and discussing their plans for the assignment. Before I can continue talking with Ben about our own project, the Stuco president is already packed up and exiting the room. Guess we'll talk later then. Packing up my own notebook, I wave goodbye to my new favorite teacher and head off to my next class. This episode's gonna be long. I'm working through the chapters. So basically days. Random, but I want to play Five Nights at Freddy's in real time. Just straight up do a 6-hour shift. I also really want to stream myself playing Desert Bus VR and just do 8 full non-stop hours of driving that fucking bus. That is what I'm going to do. Walking into history class for the first time, and it's about what I had expected to look like. I had a really nice history teacher when I was in school. He had this cool, like, communist Russian, like, overcoat that he let me wear and take pictures with. I lost the picture, though. I'm upset. I've been wanting to visit my high school recently, but after COVID, I don't know if that's even allowed. Pictures of historical figures, small relics from various regions, and cartography of the Earth during its stages of continental drift. Though I noticed that there's a distinct lack of a teacher in the class. Oh, better get a good seat now before they're all taken. Eeny, meeny, miny. I gotta charge my phone. This one. The fuck just happened? Okay, my whole thing just, Okay, that's the recording. Okay, whatever. Sorry, my whole thing just went off. Yeah, I settle myself into my chosen desk and pull out my history book and notebook along with a pencil. As the classroom fills with more and more students, it becomes a blur of vibrant scales. A few minutes pass and I'm still wondering where the teacher is. The suddenness of the door slamming open stops any and all noise. It's quiet enough to hear a pin drop. The figure walks into the classroom and... No, please, no. Oh, sweet heavens, no. He stands there and stares down at everyone. Menacingly. He's the history teacher, too? It's Pauline! It's Miss Pauline! She's gonna kill Scout because he made bread. Ah, fuck, I gotta do a Pauline voice. I have to do too many girl voices. Thanks for walking me to my classroom, Solly.
Of course, Miss Frockling.
Oh, thank fucking Raptor Jesus, he's in our teacher. That is a little bit crackly. I think that's just the sound design, though. The Raptor woman adjusts her glasses as she scans around the room before looking down at the paperwork in her hands. Looks like we'll have some late arrivals, but let's get down to business. I know that I introduced myself yesterday, but for any of those who weren't here, her momentary glance at me makes me believe Solly told her about my absence. My name is Miss Prockling, and this is history class. In this course, we will be learning about the history of our primeval ancestors and their advancements through history. You can even say that it'll be like going back in time. Doesn't that sound exciting? Despite her admittedly forced enthusiasm, everyone in class responds with an uninterested murmuring. Not sure why though, this all sounds pretty exciting. She walks over to her desk and places down her pile of folders before flipping open her own special version of the history book. With a click of a button, she also turns on the projector to reveal a prepared slideshow for today's lecture. To learn about the extensive history of Saurians and their culture is something I've yearned for. If you can turn your books to page 36, we will begin with the first chapter, detailing the earliest interaction between Saurians and hominids. I guess that's what we are? Oh, that sounds interesting. I think I jinxed myself. Miss Prockling's history class is the polar opposite to Eadikin's photography class. While her introduction to class engaged me at first, things have slowed down into an unbearably slow fucking crawl. Then I scan over the introductory text for the first chapter. Despite the tension between the two groups, human settlers to the New World would continue to make overtures of trade to the native Velociraptor tribes. Pretty sure I've read this line 3 times now. I tear my eyes away from the page in hopes of blinking the boredom away. I look up to see the teacher staring down at various papers on her desk with laser focus. I must have stared too long though, because I end up locked in a staring contest with Prockling. She raises an eyebrow at me. Okay then, write down notes of pages 3 through 7 about the discovery of the new world. Without even fully comprehending the words before me, I'm copying the page down to the letter in my notebook. Absentmindedly, I begin to recall everything that's happened so far with my new classmates. Ben carries himself with a lot of refinement, and is easily my first pick as a photography partner. That Mia girl doesn't seem to want to make friends. She wanted to touch me and hurt me. Of course, I could have figured that out from the cold look she gave me yesterday. Not to mention the rude hand gesture. Damien's very friendly, even if he can be a bit overly enthusiastic at times. And though my encounter with Liz was brief, I can tell she's dependable. My progress in making friends has been pretty good, all things considered. But then there's Olivia. So far, she's still an enigma, and coupled with the apparent history she has with the others, it makes me all the more curious about her. Liz said it would be a bad idea to get invested, but in the end, it's effectively gossip and hearsay. This has come as something of a shock to me, but... And what do we have here, Miss Halford? The sudden voice of Miss Prockling snaps me out of my thoughts. I lean my head to see the teacher looking down at... Oh, it's her! Wait a minute, Olivia's here too? As luck would have it, I share not one, but 2 classes with the alligator girl. I must have been so jaded from trying to read this textbook that I didn't even notice the girl in the wheelchair. Good for you, Inko. You don't see chairs. She sits in the front row, diagonally from the rest of me. In front of me. I'm tired. And I don't think she's noticed this strange twist of fate herself. Only the 2nd day of the school year, and already doodling in my class again? She proceeds to pick up the piece of paper from Olivia's desk. Looks like she's been drawing on it, though I can't tell what she drew from where I'm sitting. Listen, Olivia, I know history isn't the most exciting subject to learn, but could you at least pretend that you're taking notes? The only response I hear from Olivia is a heavy sigh before leaning her head back down. While the teacher returns to skulking around the room, Olivia hunches over a notebook. Although I don't think those are notes she's taking. Nah, no one would do something like that with the totalitarian teacher patrolling the room. It's an attempt to get all of us to focus, but I'm fighting a losing battle to keep my eyelids from shutting. My jaw's clenched tight to suppress the loud yawn building inside, even as Miss Prockling skulks right past me. Just before my drowsiness can overtake me, I notice a minute movement in the corner of my eye. One of my classmates glances up at the teacher, whose eyes are roving over the opposite side of the room. With the coast clear, they scribble something down. The paper is then folded into a neat little note, and I watch as the next person carefully unfolds the sheet and also scribbles on it, before folding and passing it along again. Curiosity thoroughly piqued, I await anxiously in my seat for the paper to get to me. It's a dangerous game, passing the note along so Prockling doesn't see. If I'm participating, does that make me a slacker? The student to my side makes his move to toss the note over. But Prockling starts turning around right then. He flinches and drops the hot potato on my desk in a flash. I nearly slam my own paper over the page to cover it from sight. Miss Prockling continues to lecture about how the raptors and humans eventually started to get along because they traded narcotic leaves. Okay, so we have a Breaking Bad situation. Or something like that. As you can see on the board here... Now! I lift the paper. Luckily, there's plenty of space left. As for what everyone else has drawn... A not-so-solid attempt at a race car. Rough sketches of eyes. A bunch of doodles. Names in various stylized fonts that I could only describe as graffiti. And, of course... It's not high school if someone hasn't drawn a Shminis. Miss Prockling, with stink lines coming off of her. Eesh, better not get caught with this. That being said, I'm drawing a blank. What should I draw? I don't exactly doodle every day. Drawing stuff for others is a nice gesture. Maybe I'll try to break the ice a bit. Although I don't really know anything about her. Hey, can't hurt to try though, yeah? I can think of a few things to sketch out here. Let's see. Alright, time for me to do my shit, do my artistic show off that I am in fact a good artist while I am drowsy as fuck. It's currently goddamn 12:16. I got work in the morning. I'd say it's like what, Friday? I got Friday and then Saturday and then I'm off for 2 days. Okay, but let me just get a reference photo. Yeah, of the alligator. I want to draw the alligator girl. I want to do this the proper way. Let's see here. Give me a moment. Yeah, okay, there we go. Reference achieved. Let's see here. Okay. Okay. Yeah, okay, finally, I'm done. What do you think? My magnum opus, my masterpiece. Drawing with the... I can draw better, I swear. I swear. You can look me up on the Instagram. I can draw better. But there we go. With Friends with Olivia? Maybe? But we're done. My masterpiece. And done. Yeah, I didn't have a lot of room to really work with, but as I surreptitiously admire my work, I find that I have a long way to go. Feels like I'm being mogged by the other doodles. Alright, yeah, Olivia's sure to like this. So, if you're alarmed by my sudden change in appearance, it's because this episode is getting to be 2 hours long. And I've decided, you might hear a kitty cat purring in the background. I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm trying to do better. But also, you know, for the videos, since I'm re-recording, kind of know where things are supposed to kind of leave off, and I don't want to just record an hour-long video and call it a day, and then, you know, hey, it's for consistency's sake, as I am very inconsistent. But anyways, Miss Prockling is still turned around alright. If I slip the paper over Olivia's shoulder, I won't have to get up and risk getting caught. And here we go. It's a bit tricky, and I hesitate, but the paper meets its destination. She doesn't even look back, just takes the paper eagerly. It's completely different from how she was acting earlier. Her tail is even swaying side to side. Oh. Is that wagging? Do dinosaurs wag their tails? Huh. Alright, well, now she's gonna see my sketch and possibly think I'm super cool. I drew her after all. my cat and my dog, they're doing a thing. I'd show you Kazzy, but yeah, I don't think she wants me to touch her right now. No, she's become a loaf. My fiance's petting her. I have a fiance, she's real. I realized in the last episode, when I was talking to her, you could barely hear her except for her goblin-ass cackle. But she's real. I promise. She's my gator. She's my gator girlfriend, except she's a wolf dragon, apparently. Edgy ass. She's not turning around. Well, it's not much, so it could also just... I'll be taking that. Ms. Prackling snatches the paper from Olivia's claws. She takes a glance at the paper, and a small crack of a smile appears on her face before going back to its stoic visage. So, is this how you view me, Miss Halford? Prackling holds the paper up for everyone to see. Everyone in the class does their best to avoid her persecuting gaze. I know most of you were a part of this as well. Was she the one who drew the stinky dinosaur teacher? I don't know which one she drew, if it was a penis or whatever. Look, I'm not asking for much. Please do your assignments when you are in class. It's the least you can do. We were just passing the notes one at a time. She wasn't even paying attention. Yeah, how come all of us are in trouble? Everyone here is a greaser. Yeah, I noticed Prockling looking down at Olivia for a moment before letting out a sigh of defeat. Look, since it's only the second day, I'll let this one slide. But I'm warning you. Now that I won't be so I'm warning you now that I won't be so lenient the next time it happens. Otherwise, you'll end up like the last student who decided to be disruptive during class. What happened to him? Get a detention slip or something? Yuck, yuck, yuck. Miss Prockling pulls up the window blinds and pushes the window screen open. She then takes out a walkie-talkie. Solly, yep, another hippie. Seat H4. Good job, soldier. I love this reference. It's my favorite thing in this fucking game. No, the gator's my favorite thing. Yeah, I like Inka's glasses too. Now, if we can, let's continue. We're on the second floor. Yeah, I sink back into my seat and continue writing, mainly out of unadulterated fear of experiencing the same wrath from the teacher. How many children get executed by dodgeballs daily here? Man, now I feel guilty for Olivia. I was the one to pass her the note after all. Maybe I shouldn't have tried. It was her own fault. She started the game. You're just playing the game. Oh, I can always apologize after class. Miss Prockling places the note on her desk and continues with her lecture for another half hour. With 10 minutes of class left, I see Prockling look at the clock above the door. I then notice Olivia grabbing her attention, and as if she knows what she is already going to say to her, the teacher nods her head. Olivia grabs her backpack and shoves all of her things into it. In silence, she wheels herself to the door, waits for Miss Prockling to open it, and rolls on out. The teacher must have noticed me watching her leave. Accommodations. Well, there goes my chance of saying sorry to her. Feeling defeated, I try to focus on writing down my notes for the rest of the time left. Although, I do wonder. Must have noticed my doodle. Did she just ignore it then? Class comes and goes, and I head back home on the metro. Another day, another dollar. Oh, well, actually, it's not another day, another dollar. I guess I could have just played the whole game. It wasn't that long after all. But we're ending the video here on this. Forget you saw that other thing. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. I'm being abusive to my fiance. That was a joke. I'm not Diddy. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I hope you liked the video. You know, touch the subscribe button. Pretend you're a Minecraft YouTuber and pretend that subscribe button. My fiance's giving me the look. She always tells me not to say things in my videos because she's like, no, Gino. I had to edit that out because I accidentally said my name almost. Even the cat's looking at me. But she's always like, no, peanut butter. Also, they don't like my new name, peanut butter. The disapproving nod. Yeah, here, you take the microphone. Do you have anything to say to the people? Alright, she nodded her head. She said no. You guys want to see something cool before I go? I'm sorry, Cassie, I'm sorry. She doesn't like the... Okay, she got scared of the hyena. Look at my little guy. This is the mascot for everything now. It's my little guy. You used to be my little guy, Sushi, but now you're not. Anyways, I've let this outro go on too long. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Go... Stop looking at this. No, stop. I can't hide it. No. Bye.